I think this is a typo. I hope so. Do you think you can eat your record? Hello, Felix. Welcome, Felix.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, Ting Man.
Hey Felix, thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem. Thanks for having me. I didn't realize you guys were in the same place, which is hilarious when you walk across the Ting Man.
Wait, what? What have you been up to in 2020, Felix?
Just working from home for the last 6 months or so, a bit of cubing here and there. And there was obviously the Netflix documentary, which kept me pretty busy for a little while. But yeah, just hanging out at home. I'm back with my parents. I was trying to move out at the start of the year, but then stuff happened and we kind of thought that wasn't a good idea. So pretty busy with things regardless. So I can't complain too much, but
Awesome.
Definitely kind of keen to get back to some normal stuff.
Smashing out the Monkey League as well?
Yeah, decided to join in season 2 of the Monkey League. The first season, I kind of said I'll happily commentate and whatever, but it looked like too much fun for me to not join in, and I was missing the competitive side of things a lot. Yeah. It's a good way to keep me practicing and whatnot.
We've also seen the Speedcubers documentary come out this year. What were your thoughts on that?
They did a very, very good job with the production and the editing and everything like that. I got sent like a rough version or like final version draft or whatever back in, I think it was February, and I watched it straight away. I'm like, okay, I think people are really going to like this.
Yeah, from some of the interviews Ting Man did as well, it seems like even them themselves didn't really have an idea of how they were going to structure it or any of that until they actually got into editing, but it turned out really well. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Ting Man interview with Sue and Kim was really good. If people haven't seen that, they should go and watch it, because it's definitely interesting to hear from them, because when you're filming a documentary or documenting like a competition or something like that, you have no idea what's going to happen. Nothing's planned, nothing's scripted. No. You just got to work with what you have.
If you had a single-use time machine, would you rather put a proper camera on Yu Shengdu's 3.47 or somehow prevent Jay's sub-4 fail? Stop the draw or get a cam on the world record?
Like in both cases, so Yu Sheng beat my record and Jay would have beat my record. But
Jay's wasn't going to be 3.4. It was more 3.5 or 6, right?
I think mid to high 3, depending on. Yeah. It's hard to tell. That's actually a really tough one. I do complain a lot about there being no good footage of a world record, literal world record, which is kind of annoying for, I guess, speed cubing. But I'm less annoyed by the J thing. So probably a good footage.
Oh, really?
Good footage of the 340 is better. Yeah. I think I've complained about that more, but obviously J and others probably more. The other one's more upsetting and heartbreaking.
Eden asks Felix thoughts on the GAN 11M Pro.
I like it because I can now finally use a stickless cube. I was able to switch to it pretty quickly. Like as soon as I got it, I was like, okay, it's kind of hard to describe. My TPS is so much better, but it doesn't lose that much stability of the XS is what I find.
Felix, do you think that cubing hardware has peaked?
No, I don't think so. Definitely not. The 3x3, it's kind of slowed down a bit in terms of you can use a cube from 3-4 years ago and you can get pretty similar times to what you're doing now. It's not a huge difference, but even some of the new ones out this year, like the YJ MGC cubes, which are all kind of 2020-ish, those are, I would say, significant improvements on some of the big cubes. I think there's always still room to improve hardware, but obviously as it gets better and better, the margin for improvement's going to get smaller. But I definitely not peaked, no way.
Felix, who taught you to solve a cube?
Dan Brown on YouTube. Pogo Back.
Yeah,
the OG.
I think this is a typo. I hope so. Do you think you can eat your record? Let's just assume that's beat. Eat or beat, whichever you feel like answering.
I think I can beat 553. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. I think there's definitely a couple others that can beat it as well. But no one has competitions at the moment, so that's the only positive, I think, of no competitions is no one can beat the 553.
Yeah. Yes, we've done the centers. 5.5 hours in.
Oh my god, that's so painful. I've never solved anything more than an 8x8.
Really?
Yeah.
If you could live anywhere in the world, Felix, where would it be?
Well, not Melbourne at the moment. From like a cubing practical perspective, somewhere in Europe, like a nice city like a London or Berlin is super cool. Like somewhere in Europe, so you can just pop around everywhere you want, go to concerts.
Definitely. Oh yeah, seems great. Yeah.
From a cubing perspective, that's awesome. And
What was the last TV show you binge watched?
so the one that I'm watching at the moment is The Inbetweeners.
Oh, nice.
yes.
Which I've never seen before, and
Really?
my friends, like, I've just heard it over the years. People say it's quite good.
It's
I
so
absolutely, yeah. So I'm like through the first two seasons.
What stereotype do you completely live up to?
The stereotype is went to a private school, did commerce at Melbourne University, and like worked in a government/finance related job, and lives in the inner southeastern suburbs of Melbourne. That's it.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks, team man. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you very much,
Good luck.
Felix.
Good luck with the edges and
Yep.
the 3x3 stage. No worries. See you guys.
See ya.
Welcome.
Yo, how you doing, guys?
Yo. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought like a cam link a few weeks ago, but I didn't do another
nice.
live stream, so this is like the perfect
Good chance to test
way
it
to
out,
test it. Yeah, I was so stressed that I would miss the live stream that I would wake up every half an hour to check my
Oh.
phone to see. If,
That's the worst. That happens. to
yeah,
me. I
that was
can't set alarms.
that was
You
the
just, like,
worst. I was like, okay, I have like 6.5 hours of sleep, but I just woke up every half an hour.
So your channel just recently turned 1 year old. So you've achieved a lot, obviously, in the first year. Do you have any goals, or what do you expect or hope to achieve in the next year?
You know, I could tell myself like I want to reach that amount of subscribers by the end of the year, but for me right now, it's just most important thing to just learn as much as I can, to try to grow, to generally make better videos, and also like trying to give back to the community. Because actually, I do really enjoy just making videos, although sometimes it may be a lot of work, but usually when I don't upload for like a long time, I really regret it. So I just want to be more consistent. I don't really know what to expect in the future, so I'm not going to say like, okay, I want to have that amount of subscribers. Although 1 million by the end of the year would be a nice goal.
We're getting a lot of Pablos in the chat. Do you have Pablo handy?
Oh,
Oh, off
Yes.
his relaxation chair. Oh, what a man.
ever since I gave him his chair, he never left it. So, but actually, I have another guest as well.
Really?
Oh wow. A guest for a guest.
Oh.
Oh.
She's like really old, and I don't think she likes this, but
She's so confused. Do you have any hidden talents? Cubing doesn't impress on
yeah,
cubing.
I'm pretty
We need
good at
something else.
cubing though. For example, in terms of sports, I used to do like 100-meter dash, like sprinting. I was actually really good at that because I had like times under 11 seconds. I don't know if you're like familiar with times, but that's
crazy.
like that was really good until I got like
Under
injured
11?
a lot of. Yeah, I was training for about like half a year because it was kind of a hidden talent when we need to do like a 100-meter dash, and I did that for like half a year, and I was pretty good at it. But then I was getting injured all the time, so I needed to quit.
That's a shame.
It was pretty sad, but
Being a cube head, you should be able to balance cubes on your head, right?
easy.
All right, we're gonna see who out of you two
Who can balance the most?
cubes.
I'm going to
He's
balance all
confident.
of these.
He's confident.
It will probably be just 2 cubes, and then it will. No, I will be happy if I reach 2.
All right, that's a good start.
Oh, this is like not an awkward angle at all.
Oh, nice. If you get
Oh.
3, I'll rate. Just reach down very slowly.
Why do I have not a flat head?
This is amazing. Go on. You can do it. Oh, well done. That's amazing.
I would say on average my cubes were bigger, so I think I won
That
there.
was still great. I can't believe you got 3.
That is why he's cube head. That right there.
Cube head, how much time do you spend making, recording, or editing one video?
I was thinking about this. I probably spend more time on it than I would think, because usually when I see the end result, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's pretty simple video. But when I think about like the hours I just spent on it, like yesterday I was thinking like the video I just uploaded accidentally. I think I spent around probably more than 10 hours just making that one, which is pretty long considering it's just 8 minutes.
Wow.
Usually most of the time it's just editing because I'm always like, I'm like so unfocused when I'm editing. I go like back and forth all the time. I rewatch every single piece and I'm like, oh, is this good? Oh, maybe I should change that. And at the end, my video looks completely different than it started out. So I would say editing takes a lot of time.
I have a question from Cubing Decoded. How tall are you?
Actually, I don't know. I think I'm just like under 1.90 meters. I would say like 189 or something like that. I don't know what that is in feet. It's probably like 10 feet.
No, that must be like 6'3", I would guess. Tom Richardson, how many times do you do the intro to get it right?
It depends. Sometimes it's just one time and like, okay, yeah, that sounded okay. Probably I have had like my highest would probably be like 10 times or something like that. It's really funny if you see watch the recording. I'm like, oh, I'm such an idiot. Look at that guy.
Cubehead, thank you so much for joining me at this very, very the very final stage. Really appreciate it.
No, it was great. Thanks for letting me join as well.
All the best with all your endeavors. Once again, to everyone who's watching, please go and subscribe to Cubehead. Surely you have already. But if you haven't, check his stuff out. Super creative. At very least, do it for Pablo. Like, just do it for Pablo. Subscribe for that.
Oh, thanks so much, man.